What's up, Space Pirates? This is your captain, the certifiably suave Dr. Disaster. And did you ever know one of those people who have a very obviously bad idea, and no matter how many times you try to tell them that it's a bad idea, they just won't listen to your advice? They nod along with what you say, but then go ahead and do the stupid thing anyway.
I feel like you just agreed with me, but you weren't listening to what I was saying.
Yes.
Well, that's what we got going on here with Ubisoft these days. On the one hand, they are clearly doing some soul-searching as a company right now. In their recent earnings report, the CEO of Ubisoft said that they're going to address the controversies that they have courted in their games. Controversies like making a black samurai the main character in Assassin's Creed Shadows. Whether you like this decision or not is irrelevant to the point here. It was controversial, and a large chunk of people are unhappy with it to the point that they are not going to buy the game no matter what.
I'd rather roast an elk.
There are a ton of reasons why Ubisoft is struggling right now, but embracing controversy is definitely a problem. So it's a good thing that the CEO is talking about this. But just days after talking about this, the boss of Assassin's Creed just came out and essentially contradicted what the CEO said, doubling down on these controversies. He essentially trotted out the classic progressive argument that their games have always been woke and that they won't be pressured into changing their ways, no matter how much gamers tell them that they are not interested in being preached at in their video games. These jackasses at Ubisoft insist on doing it anyhow.
Nobody likes you.
Not listening. Not listening.
Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and also, don't forget to follow me over on Twitter or X, or whatever you want to refer to it as these days. I keep a list on there of games lousy with wokeness pinned to the account at all times for your reference. My handle over there is Dr. Disaster 1. But okay, let's see exactly what these morons at Ubisoft have been saying. The context here is very important, of course. Originally, Assassin's Creed Shadows was set to come out in about 2 weeks, but famously, they decided to push it back to February because they needed to do some work on it after the failures of Star Wars Outlaws, which was supposed to be a mega hit. They thought that simply having the Star Wars franchise attached to a game would mean that they were going to make a fortune, but after the failure of Outlaws, they heard people complaining about the company, and they clearly wanted to course correct as their stock price plummeted. If you look at their stock price, year to date, they are still down damn near 39%. Star Wars Outlaws caused them to fall off a cliff. At one point, they were down over 50%, but they gained a chunk of their value back when rumors started spreading that the company was going to be sold. This is artificial value, and it shouldn't be something to be happy about if you're one of the top dogs at the company, because it's just people trying to make a quick buck off of the potential sale that some believe will happen. But with all of that context in mind, this article from Games Radar shows us what the company CEO's message was at the earnings report the other day. It says, again acknowledging some often ugly arguments, Ubisoft says it's tackling the dynamics behind the polarized comments facing games like Assassin's Creed Shadows with a player-centric and gameplay-first approach. And then, if we scroll down a bit in the article, they actually have the full quote here. The executive committee review aimed at improving our execution focused on a player-centric and gameplay-first approach is progressing. This notably includes actions aimed at tackling the dynamics behind the polarized comments around Ubisoft so as to protect the group's reputation and maximize our game's sales potential. As a gamer, when I read that, I'm thinking that sounds promising. By saying that they want to maximize their sales potential and tackle the dynamics behind polarized comments, it sounds to me like they want to cut out the controversy that is causing players to essentially boycott the stuff that they put out. Considering their financial situation, this seems prudent. But apparently, this was just more mindless, meaningless corporate talk because just days later, the head of the Assassin's Creed franchise came out and doubled down on their DEI crap. This article from That Park Place talks about it. It reads, Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed boss admitted that the company's injection of DEI into Assassin's Creed Shadows is harming the game's potential, but declared that he plans to double down on it and even attacked his critics. As reported by Eurogamer, he made an appearance at a BAFTA event where he shared that discussions of Ubisoft's DEI policies can influence how our games are perceived, but rather than shy away from those conversations, we should see them as an opportunity. From there, he attempted to gaslight people in attendance by stating Assassin's Creed has always been about exploring the full spectrum of human history, and by its very nature, that history is diverse. Staying true to history means embracing the richness of human perspectives without compromise. So this is the classic argument from progressive jackasses trying to justify their meddling with successful franchises. This is them doing the "it was always woke" shuffle. And then, he continued, for example, in Assassin's Creed Shadows, we highlight figures, both fictional, like Naue, a Japanese woman warrior, and historical, like Yasuke, the African-born samurai, while the inclusion of a black samurai in feudal Japan has sparked questions and even controversy. Naue, as a fictional character, has also faced scrutiny for her gender. And as I have said many times on this channel, these people in these creative positions at modern studios are just too damned comfortable in their cushy little office jobs. They don't have any struggles, not real ones anyhow, so they feel the need to invent oppression in order to lionize themselves in their own minds. Making an Assassin's Creed set in ancient Japan should have been a slam dunk home run. It was the easiest thing ever, but they couldn't help themselves. They had to make some kind of progressive statement. And I don't want to hear it from these bozos trying to tell me that actually Yasuke was a real historical samurai. Miss me with that shit, because if this wasn't just pandering and virtue signaling, then explain to me why Yasuke had to be the first historical figure that is a playable main character in the games. You didn't see players using Leonardo da Vinci back in Assassin's Creed 2, for example. He was just a side character. And if this wasn't just clear and evident pandering, then explain the in-game hip-hop music when Yasuke is being played. That is the lamest "how do you do fellow kids" shit that I have just about ever seen in gaming. The game is going to fail because they are pandering morons. It's going to make significantly less money than it should have, and these decisions that they're making will haunt their future games because they just keep doubling down. But I'm going to leave it there. Drop your thoughts on Ubisoft doubling down in the comment section below, and we will talk there.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty